You work hard. Got a farm on your hands. Maybe you built a business. Maybe you got a responsible job. And you carry the pressure. But every now and then, maybe while you're loading the van or driving to a job, starting or washing the tractor, you begin to wonder, am I really any more than just one amazing and beautiful snowflake? No snowdrift nearby to be part of, and it feels like the sun is shortly coming out. Well, if that's you, you're not the only one. The statistics are out, the research has been done. And more people across Wales are really people you wouldn't expect, thinking about God, about life and eternity, and contemplating whether faith would make a difference. But stepping into a church, well, that feels like a big step. Fair enough too. But what if church wasn't always about deathly tradition or critical people or ticking a box? What if it was about people having each other's back? People who actually care about how you're doing, who pray for your kids, your work, your peace of mind, are people who would trust you to do the same for them. Do you know, one of the earliest Christian leaders, a guy named Paul, he wrote to his friends in a little church and said something amazing. He said, brothers and sisters, pray for us. Now he was the big man. And then he says, will you pray for us? And then he says something else that's quite amazing too. He says, I'm praying for you, for your well-being, for your safety, for things to go right in your life. Now, that's not empty religious talk. That's a real commitment to one another, to the team and to community. That's mutual support. That's what biblically church ought to be like. So what about this Sunday? Don't have to dress up. If some religious institution works like that, perhaps you'll want to look for another one. Don't have to pretend in what God describes as a church. In fact, that word hypocrisy, it comes from the Greek word for play acting. Did you know that? Well, you don't have to play act for certain. And you don't have to believe everything yet either. But if you're curious, hungry for something more solid underneath, might it be time to give church a second look? Church isn't there to take you out of real life. But God himself, if you went along there perhaps, could bring you into life itself. And that could open the door that changes everything.